I love Insta. You love Insta.
When
Mark
Zuckerberg
bought Insta a year ago, people said, are you kidding me? This chump is paying $1 billion for this? Does that look like the deal of the century now?
Well, we'll see. I mean, he ended up paying a lot less than that because once the stock settled down, it was much of the deal was in stock, and so he ended up paying about $730 million for it. But Instagram announcing a new feature today that I think is actually really interesting. It doesn't seem like a lot, right? The ability to send a picture to someone, right? You can already do that with text messaging or something. But they've announced this new ability within Instagram to sort of keep private pictures, send them to just one person or just a few people who are also on Instagram, and do this messaging within the Instagram platform.
And why is this so valuable? Because it seems that people don't want their pictures going to everyone?
What is the hottest startup in all of technology right now in Silicon Valley?
You tell me.
I will. It's called Snapchat.
Know it, love it.
And
I argue that it's for sexting.
Maybe for some people, it might be. But you know, it is a hot, growing business right now. And so if you think of what Instagram is doing here, they're taking some of the thunder away. They're saying within our platform, which has a lot more users than Snapchat, you can send these pictures as well as have the more permanent store of pictures. So sending individual pictures to individual people, I think this is in some ways they're responding to what's happening at Snapchat as well as trying to respond to Twitter's success with direct messaging. If you look at Instagram as a separate platform from Facebook, it's interesting that Facebook's letting them develop this thing. While it has integration with Facebook, if you want it, you can have just an Instagram experience and now a more private experience with direct messages. Could
one argue this is Facebook cannibalizing itself, sort of Steve Jobs style?
Yeah, well, I think it's a fair way to look at it. I think what's really going...
Thank you.
Because you're a fair person, in spite of the way you treat your colleagues.
Thank you.
No, I think that Facebook it recognizes that Instagram has a different usage than Facebook itself, and that not everyone is loving the experience on Facebook. And indeed, younger people are using Snapchat and not using Facebook and moving away from Facebook. And so maybe Instagram is their answer by keeping that a little bit separate and developing it on its own.
I want to talk about Snapchat for a moment. Today I read Philippe Lafont, founder of Code2, maybe the best tech investor out there.
Yep.
In the most recent round of financing for Snapchat, he put $50 million in. What does that tell us about the legitimacy of this company?
To a company with no revenues and no even plan to generate revenues is fairly amazing. But I think that it shows that you know, in this market right now, people are looking for what the next big thing is going to be, and indeed what the next big takeout might be. And Snapchat is viewed very positively in those regards because someone might just buy it out. Now, I don't believe in investing like this. I don't get it. I don't like it. But certain people have been able to make money in this way. More power to it.
People also don't bet against Philippe Lafont. So for those who said, I cannot believe Snapchat isn't going to sell themselves, they wouldn't sell themselves for $3 billion. When you see a guy who runs Code2 saying, I'm behind this company, does it give them a lot more credibility? I
think it probably does. But again, you know, following investors. Investors lose money, they bet money, they gamble money. $50 million for his fund. He's running many billions of dollars, so it's not. I don't remember the number. It's a big number. You probably know the number. You don't know the number, but how much he
runs?
Yeah.
I want to say he runs like $5 or $7 billion.
Yeah, so $50 million is not a full position for him, right? So, but it's an interesting investment on his standpoint, and I think that within a portfolio strategy, he's probably got a couple rocket shots on there on a venture side because he can get into this deal. Why not?